time, and we got it.
Okay, all right.
Wait,
ready?
what are we talking about?
drive.
I don't know. We'll pull something up.
All right.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back for the first time. My name's Brayden.
My name's Jacob.
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Jared.
And this is a little too far. We're going to be doing a little podcast because we think we're entertaining. We're not. So let's just get started.
It's like a regular podcast, but a little too far.
Yep. Oh, there you go. Clever.
Like
Yeah,
it's like
I don't think they got it, so it's good to
it's like
explain it again.
regular,
Exactly.
but then like here's where too far is, and it's like
A
a little bit.
Just
I
a
think
little
they got
more.
it.
They got it.
Jared's the one you can't see because he doesn't have a webcam.
He's right up
Because
there.
he doesn't have arms.
That's
I don't know
tried
where he
plugging
is
the
from me,
webcam
so
in.
I'm just going to point everywhere.
He's right
diagonal.
here,
Nope,
actually.
He's not.
Di-
That is not
He's
where he is.
diagonal.
There you
Gotcha.
go.
Right.
Brayden got it.
That
Yeah.
way?
No.
Got it. I'm killing it. Okay, let's get started on topics. That was
Something.
cute.
By the way,
I mean,
we nailed that
Yep.
intro. That was the first take. Super smooth.
yeah,
Absolutely.
flawless.
Honestly,
Yep.
flawless.
Definitely.
I
100%.
wanted to start singing iCarly, but I didn't.
Well, that's because we gave you a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown. We're going to ignore the fact that I did the wrong numbers.
6, 5.
So,
What do we can talk about this gentrification of large natural landmarks is what I heard someone call it on Twitter.
Interesting.
With these people waiting in line to get to the top of Mount Everest.
And they froze to death. A couple of them, correct?
Well, I don't know if they froze to death. I'll pull up the article, but basically what happened is during the spring and summer seasons, there's a very easy path to be taken up to the top of
easy relative.
Mount Everest. Yeah,
as you
relative
can't be
to
climbing
in
Mount
the,
Everest.
Yes. Comparative to the other trails that you can take. Usually.
So it's like mostly clear of snow, and
Shocker.
well, not clear of snow, but like less snow,
Mhm.
and people just went up there in mass, and there was just a large line of people right at the top. And 2 more climbers died yesterday, so on the 24th.
Oh, can you re-put the image back in so I can pop it on the screen?
Yeah.
So are they just all waiting to take photos or like plant flags? Why are they all waiting so
You
long?
probably have to touch something at the top.
Like
That's like a hiking
pride.
tradition. Like if you don't touch the thing, then you didn't actually complete
Probably.
the hike.
Both the
Fair
people
enough.
that died recently were old as shit. This
Oh.
one was 52.
No big loss.
Oh, it's so old.
Oh, wait, no. Let's see.
That guy's ancient. 52?
52
Fuck that
reached
guy.
the summit but died while descending. Another
Oh.
27-year-old died on his way down.
Also
Yeah, that old
very
piece
old.
of shit.
Stuck in traffic for 12 hours and exhaust. Traffic is an interesting term that you wouldn't think about on top of the mountain.
That
It's
is
like,
a good
oh,
point.
coming home. Yeah, it's trafficy, It's come down from Mount Everest.
That's
There's
a great
lot of
bit.
it. Google
Uh,
Maps is just showing the red right there. Let's see what else. This guy died on the Tibet side of the mountain.
Tibetan.
That's a country.
He was 65,
Old.
and an American climber actually died. He slipped and fell close to the summit. I don't think he
That's a
deserved
shame.
to get up there.
That's rough.
So close.
I mean, he made it
Jesus.
almost there, and then he like fell. Like I imagine it's like the top, and he like fell and like hit his head on the pointy spot. But
I mean-
someone like just kind of shoved him over. Like, what do you do with a dead body up there, right? You just
You
bring it
leave
back
them.
down.
Probably
and they
leave it.
freeze.
you know.
Well, the rule of backpacking is you pack it in, you pack it out.
Yeah,
So you
but
bring
no
all
one
your
brought
toilet.
a dead body.
He
They
probably-
so no one
your
has to take
friends
it out.
bought 'em.
They probably ate it for nutrients.
You just roll him down the mountain. He'll be fine.
Yeah, I would imagine they just kind of like.
And then it's a
But
snowball
that's
effect.
gross. Yeah, and one of those giant things at the bottom, and it's just full of like
Dead
dead
bodies.
people. It's just picking up
Jesus
more
It's
and
like
more.
a trash chute.
It's got more
I mean,
fast.
it's like really steep right at the top. I don't know how these people are just holding on there. Like, you would think you would just want to go to a different mountain.
Yeah.
You'd think so, but no one's that smart.
Because, yeah, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 camps, and then past camp 4 is like the most steep part, and that's like up to the summit. It's ridiculous. I don't know why people do it. It's cold. Like, aren't there taller mountains?
No.
Or is that
Mount
the big?
Everest?
No.
No, that's the
Hold
big
on.
boy.
I
That's
feel
the tallest one.
like that's something we need to fact check.
Let's
Well, I
hear it.
know Mount Fuji is technically taller, but it's partially underwater.
No, it's Mount Everest.
Yeah, Mount
But
Everest.
K2
at
is close.
29,000 feet.
K2's
And
up
K2
there.
is at 28,250
That's
Yeah.
in that's in America, isn't it?
K2.
K2?
K2 is in Asia.
What's with
Also-
Asia and having big mountains, right?
It's in the
Like,
Himalayas.
Yeah, the
They,
Himalayas.
I
They
guess
built them to keep the
the-
Mongols out.
Yeah.
when what is that called? Pangea happened. A lot of the plates hit like this instead of
Mhm.
like going down. It's
Thank
just
you, Bill Nye.
interesting. Yeah, thank you.
You know, the first ascenders
welcome.
of
world's
K2
on
were
fire.
Lino Lacidelli and Achille Compagnoni. And I'm actually going to put a picture of their
Italians.
beautiful faces. Oh, it's black and white.
Was it a long? How long ago was that?
They
Wait,
do
are they
not
actually Italian?
look suited for this. Holy crap. He's wearing a sweater.
Did he make it? Like he made it up and back down?
Yeah, they're the first. Well, let's see.
It's just you because you make it to the top. Like
First.
I guess they would have had to document it somehow.
Oh, okay. He fun fact about Mr. Lino, one of the first ascenders of K2. He is also noted for leaving his teammates Amir and Walter in a life-threatening situation in order to ensure that he reached the summit first.
You
Wow.
gotta respect.
I
the
respect
hustle.
that.
They're
I
like,
respect
like their arms. Like,
I'm
stuck
being
in
the
between
first up.
boulders.
I like to imagine there wasn't any danger. He just so determined to be the first up that he just shoved them as hard as he
And
could.
into danger.
Yeah.
They weren't in danger, and then he made them. I mean,
I like to
I
think
feel
he just
like the
he just
entire
whipped out a
hike-
pistol and shot them both in the leg.
yeah, I feel like the entire hike is probably like life-threatening, right? You're not supposed to be in that kind of climate at
It's
that
like Neil
altitude.
Armstrong and Buzz were just like, no, I want to be the first one.
That was in a movie, I think. I don't remember which movie it was, but like they're,
No,
like,
they went to
racing
space in real life.
No. Well, yes.
We
I
don't
mean,
know
that could have
that.
been a movie, right? But I think they were like running towards the exit and like Buzz or like Neo pushes Buzz or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure in real life it was like agreed upon who would go out first.
Look at what he's wearing that I put in the
Imagine.
Google Doc.
He's just wearing like I have
Wow.
a beanie
A
that's
long
thicker
sleeve
than
and a
that.
beanie.
Hold on, that's not just any beanie. That's a beanie with a strap. That is a strapped-on beanie.
And it's got a little ball on the top.
You know,
Mhm.
keep that thing
It's
on.
Who
impressive.
took the picture?
That's a good
Scroll
question.
Oh my-
down.
Hopefully someone with more clothing, but
Like, is this like the first Bill Nye or Bill Nye? Bear
Is
Grylls.
this the first Bill Nye?
the one and only,
The second.
You know,
one.
Bill Nye, the guy who climbs the
the
mountains.
science
No,
guy, I
Bear
believe.
Grylls, where like his cameraman does everything he does, but with a
Yeah.
camera.
Did you see
Yeah.
the new Bill Nye thing
With the
where
camera.
I think it was for
He lit the globe on fire.
It was
Yeah,
for
for
last week tonight.
He was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
that's a hilarious video. He's like, what I'm saying is the Earth is on fucking fire.
Was that really that funny?
It was
like,
pretty
was
funny.
it just funny
I
because
enjoyed
who it was?
Well, he also
Yeah.
references like how he's been teaching us this stuff since we were like 12.
Yeah.
So
It's fun
it,
to
I
You
can't
sell
hold
the
pain
vision in
anymore.
fourth
This is a real
grade.
crisis. You know,
It's
Last
whatever.
week tonight is always so close to being funny, and then it's just they overdo it a little bit.
Cause
They
he's
pile in
British.
on jokes. Well,
John Oliver's
Yeah.
That's
funny.
racism, Johnny.
British
Hey,
is not
they're
a
the
race.
original racists. We can
That-
make fun of
Yeah,
them as much
that's
as we
not-
want.
Well,
Can't be racist
actually,
with white people.
who did they buy the slaves from?
Good point. Who did they?
Are
buy
you
the
making?
slaves from?
Are you? We're not gonna get into this.
Woke statement.
Already.
No,
Name
nah,
of the
cancel
podcast.
that.
Little
We're not
too
gonna
far.
talk about the
The
three
slave
white.
trade. 4. Well,
Hey,
Listen,
far
as a
any-
man who's currently
as
earning an
far as we
anthropology
know,
degree,
Jared,
as far as anyone knows, I'm Polynesian.
he's racially
He's just about
ambiguous.
every ethnicity you can. Think
none of us have actually seen Jared,
That's true. He's a
So-
he's just an enigma.
and he refuses to tell us. What are you?
He's a
An
man,
enigma.
or
Enigma.
he just is ethnic.
he could be a man.
Enigmatic.
All right.
Enigmatic.
Ethnicmatic.
What else have we got to talk about?
I broke my
Jared's
tripod.
ethnicity. and Jacob's broken tripod.
Oh shit.
Now it's a bipod.
That's true. Does it work as well? Probably not.
I got a bipod
Doesn't work at all,
for my
actually.
knife. How did you break? You literally.
I was just. It's fun to mess around with the legs. And one of them.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Legs are my favorite.
I love messing around with the legs. Chicken legs.
Well, there it goes.
You're kind of a dum dum.
I want to talk about
I gotta
Detective
go.
Pikachu for a second.
Dude,
I never
Gentlemen,
saw that.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I want to talk about Detective Pikachu for a second here.
I'm gonna mute
Let me look
myself.
up. Let me look at the ratings for it.
It's these little
Detective
toads.
Pikachu.
I mean, I heard that there's enough adult outtakes to make an R-rated version of it, which is something that I'm fairly interested in.
Got a
I'm
7 out of
very
10 on
interested in
IMDb. Got a
Let Pikachu say fuck.
66% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's pretty good for a video game based
You say 7 out of 10?
on IMDb, yeah, and then a 66%
That's not bad.
on Rotten
It's
Tomatoes.
definitely one of the
How does it
better
compare
video
to
games.
something like Warcraft? Or another video game based?
Well, it's a lot easier for people who have never played the game before
Right.
to
I mean, everyone's played Pokemon at this point. Pokemon Go was like...
probably, yeah.
I've seen old people with that.
Yeah,
I mean-
compared to Warcraft, everyone's like, "Who's Khadgar?"
Yeah, well, yeah, that was the only thing with Warcraft. People are like, too
Who
many
is
plot points,
Khadgar?
Don't worry about it.
honestly. But with Detective Pikachu, really was like a what do you call it?
Comedy?
But what does a detective do? What type of
Mystery?
yeah, yes.
It's like a detective movie.
yeah,
That's what
that's actually what it was. There was little reference to like how Pokemon works and like different types against other types.
How
I
did you
think
like the animation of the?
super good. I mean,
Pokemans?
they like for some of them.
Why do they all have hair though? Right? It's
a lot
like the
of- but a lot of them
dinosaur
don't, though.
argument. Like dinosaurs have feathers, Pokemon have
Well,
hair.
they did a super good job in like interpreting 2D into 3D realism.
Mm.
Like I was super impressed. I was like,
Well, I mean, they got a new gen 3D sprites, but
yeah, but it was weird.
Is it all
Realistic,
first gen stuff,
yeah.
or is it like
No, it's super.
No.
It's up to the most
I
recent.
saw
all-
Greninja, so it's
Yeah,
at
there's
least
Oh, that's right.
Greninjas.
That's right.
There's those new panda ones. I don't know the names of any of the new Pokemon.
Do they have the huge pandas with the bamboo in their mouth?
Yeah.
I
And
love
the little
panda
baby
Pokemon.
ones, and then the giant one.
What
It's
are
in the
they
That one's in
called?
the trailer.
I'll look it up.
I love those guys.
Pancham.
Pancham. There you
That
go.
one.
Pancham's the baby, and Pangoro is the evolved.
I stopped playing after Gen 5, so.
I literally have only ever played it on my phone
There's the Pangoro.
when you would
Look at what he looks
get
like
like
in
the
the movie.
emulators. Oh, that's actually terrifying.
It is.
That's scary.
The baby ones look super cute though.
Is there like a big like twist at the end?
That'd be a spoiler. Spoiler alert, real quick. So they make out throughout the whole movie that Mewtwo is the bad guy.
Hmm.
It turns out he was actually trying to save the main character's dad. So the whole thing with the movie is that Detective Pikachu can talk, right? And it's weird because no other Pokemon
But only the
can.
one guy could hear him.
It was because yes, and it was because I don't know why it was, but they had this thing where they could fuse a person into a Pokemon with like a weird chemical, and then at the end it turns out the whole time Detective Pikachu could talk.
Was
because
his dad?
It was his dad, yeah. It was pretty cool.
Seriously?
I feel like I would have called that right away if I. Had seen-
Spoilers.
Well, you don't know that they could fuse a person into a Pokemon until like
Wait,
the
so
last 30
Ryan
minutes.
Reynolds
Mm.
is Will Smith?
I'm
What?
sorry.
Will
what
Smith
did you
is
say
in the
to
movie?
me?
No, Will Smith's son is the main character.
Oh, Jaden.
Jaden, yeah.
That is what are you talking about?
I thought it was an Asian
That
guy.
is not Jaden Smith.
No, it's the other son.
He has another son.
He
Yeah.
has two.
I thought he had a son and a daughter.
Yeah, Jaden and Willow. Because
No, Trey Smith, right? Am I off? No.
I have
Trey
I've
Smith.
never heard of him.
Trae.
He does have two sons, but no, that is not.
Trey.
I'm completely off.
Trey Smith is Will Smith's son. He's 26. He's with
Oh.
a different mom though.
Justice Smith, yeah. That's what I was thinking of.
He's from a Oh no, they're. Oh yeah. Yeah, Will Smith
There you
is
go. I got
been
a
married
picture on
twice.
screen of Trey Smith.
It's just Justice Smith is not Will Smith's son, so just leave that out.
I'm actually gonna put the picture of Will Smith and Trey Smith over Braden's webcam.
Oh,
fill
I
his
thought he was
place.
Asian for some reason.
Yeah, the
But he's
dude
like
who
mixed.
yeah, he's mixed. And then Ryan Reynolds is his dad. And he's in the show. Or the movie, sorry, at the end.
Wait, Ryan Reynolds. Oh, so he's like actually
you get to
there.
see him.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, I
that's his
get
dad,
it.
yeah.
Gotcha.
He's not just the voice. He
Weird.
is the person. And his mother was
Huh.
black, so they were mixed.
Yeah, I know how
Really good movie.
ethnicities work.
Super good movie. Hey, fuck you, buddy.
It's made. It only made
Spoiler.
104. Only it's made 140 million dollars
That's pretty good.
profit. Its
they
budget
s-
was 150.
I think they already said that they were going to release another one. They're working on a sequel.
On a good movie that
heard-
we have all seen, Endgame.
Endgame. Fantastic. Holy
Really good.
I cried so much.
Dude,
People, there's this guy in
Took-
my venture crew who was complaining about how all of the Avengers were thinking two-dimensionally and how they should have just stopped. Oh, spoiler alert! They should have stopped time around Tony so they could get like a medic team over to him and like.
well, that
Gosh, man,
man
as
has
if people are
never
going to
seen a
think
boob
that
in real
far
life.
ahead.
Well, he's like they should have blah 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 like all these like weird excuse. What the fuck? All these like dumb like they should have known blah blah blah, and it's like you're literally playing like Monday Night Quarterback or whatever the saying is. Like hindsight is 2020. Like we get it. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
ooh, I've
Yeah,
seen
it's like they do a good job in most movies of like that kind of caliber of a franchise. They make good decisions on what a in the moment human reaction or
Yeah.
response would be.
The whole point was them saying throughout the movie, "Hey, don't worry about the time travel too much. It's just a device to get the movie moving."
Yeah, like let's not
Yeah.
fucking.
and it did it
dwell on it.
amazingly.
And
So
everyone's like, "Oh, how does this work? How does that work?" It's like, well,
And
just
honestly,
no one
like
knows how
they
it
just
works.
they wanted the movie to be a good conclusion, and they wanted it to be fan servicey because they literally everything that someone's asked for was done.
Pretty much.
Almost everything.
And they did it in a way that still made the movie feel
did
like
a
complete.
great job.
Yeah, it was still like. What did it get? Let's see. Endgame.
Oh, it's
Probably like a
the-
90 something.
It beat
Over-
out
It
Avatar
has
over
for
94.
an
number one.
8.8 on IMDb and a 95 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
Damn. Does it have
It's
a
now-
Metacritic
It's the
score?
number one movie globally in the world.
Yeah, people were like,
Oh, did it
Another
pass
thing-
Avatar finally?
yeah. I saw a thing on
Yeah.
Twitter. It's like, oh, it's still below expectations, and it's like, if being number one movie in the world is below expectations, the issue isn't with the movie. The issue is with your expectations.
So
Like, what kind of like crazy, I don't know, stupid.
it's the same
problem.
thing with the ending of Game of Thrones. Granted, the ending of Game of Thrones was terrible.
Dude, everyone hated it.
Something
Everyone
that
disliked
large,
that.
Hard to appreciate.
you're never gonna get everyone satisfied
Yeah.
with the ending. Like,
Yeah. It's true.
I heard that there was an interview with one of the guys, and they're like, "Would you make a spin-off based off of whatever one girl character?"
Are you?
And he's like, "No, never, no." Like he
is
was
this
like
Game of Thrones?
strong, no, yeah. He was like
I think
strong,
it's probably
no.
about Arya.
Probably, yeah.
'Cause a lot of people are like,
And I was
"Oh,
like-
spin off for Arya and her adventures, Wes." And it's like, well, no, let's not do that.
Watch her go kill a bunch of indigenous.
I mean,
Game of Thrones, The Pilgrimage.
seems like something they want to like be pushing the edge, right? They want to
Same.
go a little too far.
And I
That's
think,
a little
I think,
reference for you.
yeah, no, I think if anything, they'd want to make the fans happy, but not fan service wise, because they just
Mm.
realized that
They've never done that.
that didn't work
Oh.
very well.
Their
You know how
fan.
there's never been like an official map of like Game of Thrones, like global, like the globe, right? So the full world.
Yeah, just a
Except the
known
one
quantity.
hanging in his bedroom.
You know, we quote, we don't know what's west and everything.
Mhm.
I was at I know you have all the maps in the background,
I
but
do.
we don't know like what it
Hyper
fully
nerd.
looks like in a globe
Yeah,
setting.
no, it's just the known world. It's
Yeah,
continents. Well, 3.
I was at Barnes and Noble today, and they had a 3D globe of the Game of Thrones world, and I'm like, wait, you can't do that.
Where did Essos end?
It just had Essos.
Because
Just a big question mark on the
Well,
backside.
Whatever that shadow place is called.
Ashai?
Ashai, yeah.
It just
Because
ended there?
Well, everyone's seen the maps of Essos.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, if you care, but and it just ended there, and then there was a little bit of, or there was a lot of sea, and then it just went back to Westeros.
I see it. It's a
That
puzzle.
doesn't make okay. Literally, like,
Yeah, exactly.
like the Grey Waste and all that just ends. Ulthos.
Dude, it
just
was
who
weird.
knows about Ulthos? It's just there.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool, I guess.
What about Sithorios?
This is what I found.
Yeah, that place is supposed to never end because Visenya rode over there flew over Cytherios for 3 years and said it
Yeah.
never ended.
Yeah.
So
it just goes around the globe.
I wish we could
Like
just
logically, that's what it would do, right?
yeah,
And he just
think
drove around in
George
circles
R. R.
for
Martin
3
is
years.
actually suggesting that flat Earth exists, but
I mean, it's
Well, how would
possible.
that really like super long Earth just
I mean, hey,
goes on?
it's just a long boy.
it is a fantasy, so
That's
you never
true.
know.
Hey,
The world
well,
could
I mean, it's
end.
got to be based on reality at some point, so flat Earth makes sense.
Let's talk about flat Earth. Flat Earth is.
Dude, they've got members all around the globe.
They do.
Hey, that's a good one. That's a good one. I wonder why people
I-
actually. Do you think people? What do you think the ratio is in the population of people who support flat Earth? That is like, what's the ratio of people who actually believe it to the ratio of like people who just want to have a cause?
Well, like I
That's
think
Dylan's dad.
Is he one
Yeah.
of them?
he believes in a lot of weird shit.
He's a flat earther. Yeah.
I think
Went to the moon.
I don't think believing in the flat Earth is like necessarily what they're doing, but like the idea of like questioning like the given values that we have. You know, like why should we believe everything that we're told is
Ooh,
more.
we're getting into some Alex Jones stuff now.
Well, like that's the logic I would put behind it. Like obviously we know,
For sure. Yeah.
but like what if these pictures are faked? What if all the video footage we have is fake? Like what if is the question that they're asking rather than like presenting the Earth being flat as a straight fact. Like that seems like how I would view it. Like I would rather question everything than accept everything as a truth. Like if I were given two extreme
But
options.
it's not even like I saw a video of a flat Earth convention. It's not even like they're questioning it. They're so dead set that the Earth is flat, and
Yeah.
they have all these reasons on why it is. And it's like as if they have this solid evidence, and there's like this
Right.
ice wall surrounding the planet so the water doesn't fall off. And that's just crazy.
like-
And then there's a secondary ice wall after that, or no, before that, where there's hidden
Fly out of-
continents. And the dude was
Fly
like,
out of LA into Japan and
and he's like, and there's a gap in the ice wall, and you can go to these different continents. And the dude's like, why haven't we been there? And he's like, just people don't want us to know about it. And it's like,
What?
I was like, what does that mean? I don't
You
know.
just don't want to know. So it's like
Just don't wanna
it's not just a flat. Or it's like it's not just a circle anymore. It's a circle, little gap in the wall, and another
And then, yeah,
set of It's the Earth is an.
Or I
is-
think
the
I
Earth
think it's a
goes on-
circle, and so it's a circle. There's an ice wall. Then there's a gap in it, and then there's another. It's like
So we're like in the middle, or like
apparently.
a section of it.
Yeah, dude, you don't believe
That
that?
doesn't.
What do you mean?
That doesn't make any sense to me.
What do you mean, dog?
Like, why? Like, we can see. What blows my mind is that you're like, what about Mars? And like, oh, Mars has been proven to be spherical, and it's like, how did we prove that? And they're like, with pictures and evidence, and it's like, all right, let's take a step back here.
Hold up.
Or like the moon. They know the moon is spherical. It's like, how?
How?
If everything else is spherical, then it must be the environment that they're in. It's spinning so fast that all this space dust is sanding it down to be as aerodynamic as it can be. And nothing is more aerodynamic than a sphere, right?
Nah,
like-
Well, what?
no.
That
right?
is like I feel like an obelisk is.
Yeah,
threw a
look
ball.
at a plane.
Maybe
threw a
we're
spear.
just in the process of like. Well, why would
Oh,
all
we're
balls
slowly
be ball
doing
shaped?
this.
The
Yeah,
Earth is
so
a
eventually the
torpedo.
Earth will be flat.
I support
The-
that theory.
I like the Velociraptor shaped Earth.
Oh yeah.
That has, like-
what?
Yeah, people like it's a joke, sort of. Like it started as a joke, but I feel like it's got some like real
I'm looking
backers
this
to
up.
it.
Oh, here we go. Yes, this is quality.
Yeah,
Oh
the Earth
my
is shaped
God.
like a Velociraptor.
It's
And
interesting.
it's,
It's very
I don't know how. like whatever higher being created the Earth was like, you know, it'd be cool, Velociraptor. And it's like, don't like one of his like or her like little angels or like helpers was like, don't velociraptors live on this planet? And he's like, yeah, where do you think I got the idea from? And it's like, all right, guy, like girl.
Oh boy.
It's a little weird.
A little too full.
I want to meet the people who came up with these kind of theories.
Whoever they are extremely rich because it's not cheap to join the flat earthers like official like
Yeah, for real.
society. It's like several $100s monthly probably.
What a scam.
Well, it's like
Literally what a
Scientology.
scam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Scientology.
oh my god. Jesus
Like-
Christ, Scientology. I remember Will Smith had an interview with his wife, and he's talking about how people tried to pressure him. A bunch of different people tried to pressure him into joining Scientology and doing a bunch of weird shit. But him and his wife were like, I'm okay.
It's like celebrities are so bored with their money that they're like, oh well, yeah, let's go get yelled at for 20 minutes. That's one of those things. They pay people like $500 for a 15-minute session where they just yell at you. It's like some kink thing, maybe. I don't know.
How do you get into that career? Like, oh, dude, I'm gonna scream at Tom Cruise today.
Whatever it is,
Like,
I would
how-
take that
what-
job. If it
what,
was
Like,
like, you
Tom
make-
Cruise does the screaming.
No, Tom
Probably.
Cruise sits there and is like,
Tom Cruise is
I
the one
deserve
who's like
this.
super into it, right? Scientology.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Like,
so
a
into
bunch
it
of
that like he
Girls have been set up
outcasted
with him
his
and
daughter.
stuff.
Like he doesn't talk to his daughter anymore.
Yeah.
It's like
They like
okay.
they've really because like the theory is that you're working on this planet now so that your afterlife or whatever, like you've been good enough that you get your own planet or universe or whatever.
I
It's
thought
like
that
you're
was-
your own.
I thought that
They
was a
believe in what
version-
is basically midichlorians from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Doesn't Mormonism have a same kind of version like that? Where they get
Yeah,
their own
but they're-
planet with all the women
It's
they
like
ever
Theirs is
wanted.
a little
Your
weirder.
A bunch of virgins, and they're just like, let's get this bread.
They're
No,
like
that's
that's like
that's Islam.
yeah, that's
No, yeah, but like I'm pretty sure something of Mormonism, like you get your own planet and then whatever women you want.
maybe.
You just
I
have
don't know.
and you
There's
just
a
have
lot
bunch
of
sex. I
We can go take a trip to Utah and we'll figure it
yeah.
hey now.
out.
I'm too far.
It's really interesting. Like Mormons used to have this big portion of the United States called Deseret. It was like Utah, Nevada, New Mexico, Arizona, like
Mhm.
this huge chunk of land. And then we came over and we're like, "Boom, you get
So-
Utah." And they're like, okay. He's
Oh,
back.
he has returned.
Hello. Hey, have
He's
you been
back.
listening to us? We were talking about Mormonism and
Fill
Scientology
me in.
and stuff.
Oh, very lighthearted subjects.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
we were talking about flat earthers, and then kind of evolved into Scientology.
Great cults, all of them.
Mormon cosmology. Mormons believe that these people will become gods and goddesses in the afterlife and will have all power, glory, dominion, and knowledge.
Isn't Mormon the
What the hell
less
is this
politically
panda?
correct?
That's
That's
the
Panda from,
Kongoro or something from Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
That's in
Mm.
the movie?
Yeah,
That's nightmare fuel.
I know.
that's what I was
The
saying.
little baby ones are super cute though.
God, it's ugh.
How do they just like when they get old enough? They're like boom. Like is that like their puberty is like evolving?
Well, you see, Jonathan, it's the video game.
But it's movie this time. There's real life people
But
in
it's a
there.
movie. They
Ryan Reynolds
listen.
is there.
You
They
you,
get powerful
you
enough.
power
they
up
kill
by
each other.
beating the shit out of your opponents.
Yeah.
You win enough
So-
slave fights, you get to your next form. That's
So
how
if
it
I do
goes.
that in real life, what will I evolve into? A prisoner, probably.
dad.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, a murderer.
you've evolved into psycho killer.
Ted
No,
Bundy
but
unlocked.
I saw we used to do like meetings at like Mormon churches, or I guess you're supposed to call them LDS because it's the Church of Latter-day Saints of Jesus Christ. So like we call them LDS, and they just had like a diagram of like it was almost like the 7 stages of hell, but it was like heaven, and it was like first you go here and
The
you get
other
like
way.
money, and then like first then you go to like the outer like any religion that has to do with like outer space doesn't really make any sense to me. Like the Martian god or whatever that lives on the backside of a planet that
No, it's Dormu.
I've come to bargain.
I thought it was Dormammu.
Listen, man.
Isn't
Does
Nor-
it matter?
isn't-
Nosdamu, the dragon of
Hearthstone?
time, or
Yeah.
whatever?
It is.
It's
It
the
is.
time.
Dragon.
That's in Warcraft, not just Hearthstone.
Okay,
Right?
wow, I'm sure you.
That's
know
the one that puts the timer on the
Yeah, as
it
soon, as,
wasn't
your,
a-
as soon as your turn starts, the rope goes.
15 seconds.
yeah, which doesn't make any sense. Like that's such a dumb. Like it's a cool effect, right? But it never did anything. Like that never
I mean,
altered
if
someone's.
you have to think fast, you don't necessarily make the best play.
True.
Why are we talking about Hearthstone?
It was an
Because this
important
is just
part.
what we do. Talk about
Do we wanna
everything
talk
and
about
anything.
Why I was gone for
Sure,
about 10
you
minutes?
Can explain your.
Oh, was I right, Braden?
Ah, fuck! I threw my phone, I'm sorry.
Where'd you go, buddy?
Did you
Um,
get called?
I did get called.
I knew it.
Gotta take a call.
Did they
I'm
take a
being
bath?
summoned. Little
I'm
inside
being
joke.
No,
now.
no. It was it was a very nice, wholesome call. A lot of yelling,
Was it
Were
with the
there
but I
lady?
thought it was great.
Was
it was
did
with the lady.
calling?
Okay.
Um,
Scale of
Those
one,
of you who are
1 to
unaware-
shit-faced. How shit-faced?
9.
Oh,
9?
Wow, okay. Oh, shit.
Yikes!
Under.
I'm
You
making
know,
progress.
If I could take
I'm-
my liver out and just stab it a bunch of times,
I'd be down.
You die.
You want to together?
yeah.
Wait, hold
What's
on.
that called
I don't
in
think
the-
you can
Japanese
drink
and
battery
Chinese people
acid.
do that. Seppuku.
Live.
Seppuku?
Sudoku.
Sudoku, yeah, that's the
I
one with the
do not
numbers.
think it's.
I've always called it Sudoku,
I think it's seppuku.
but I know like that's the math game, or it's not math. but it's
Update,
like a
you
logic
can't
game.
live
It's
with
seppuku.
your liver removed. You
Seppuku.
can live with part of a liver, but you need to have a little bit of liver.
Just a
Yeah,
tiny bit
it's
of
called
liver.
liver.
It does
It's
help.
not called deader.
Seppuku is another term for har.
How much can you sell a liver for?
harakiri.
Probably a
lot
lot.
of money. It's a lot.
I've seen like that you can get like $20 per inch of your flesh that you sell.
Yeah.
Like,
Do
per
I go
square.
for another cough drop? No,
Probably, if you're feeling coffee.
I hate coffee.
Oh,
Apparently, a liver transplant cost $577,000.
that's without insurance though. That's why
Yeah.
we have health insurance. Because our doctors are greedy, and the healthcare society does not care about people.
America.
But also, we don't have a good solution to it because universal healthcare just means super long lines for healthcare, and then you die anyways. So like, it's a lose-lose, right? Just don't get sick, and that's how you win.
That's
exactly.
been my theory.
That's what those anti-vaxxers are all about, right? Maybe they're right all along.
Or if you do get sick, then just die, and then you don't have to
Essential
pay for it
oils.
anyways.
By taking in the measles and then defeating it, you become immune to the measles.
I'll punch the measles to death.
I saw a picture of a kid, like it was a long time ago. I guess
Whoa.
not that, but like, yeah, I saw a picture of a kid. No, one kid had smallpox, and one kid was vaccinated for smallpox, and they were standing right next to each other. And smallpox look super gross.
Yeah,
It's
I
like-
would assume
yes.
it's a bad.
It's
It's
like
like a
giant
pox, but smaller.
pimples.
it's not a good thing.
It's gross. It almost
Is-
made me barf.
Is leprosy still a thing? Do people still get that?
I don't think so.
Dude, I love that our solution to leprosy was just put them somewhere else.
Well,
What
it's just gonna disintegrate.
And put them over there. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, exactly.
it's like go on this boat and find an island. And they're like, what if we all die? And they're like, oh well, like have fun elsewhere. And then pirates would accidentally fall upon them, and I bet that's how we got like zombies, like the concept of zombies.
Do we have? Oh,
No,
you were saying that's how we got zombies in real life.
No,
Yeah.
like that's how the idea of zombies came about. They're like, if you get near these people, they're basically dead. They're
Probably.
the Walking Dead. I think
Probably.
I've heard them being called that before.
I think
No.
that phrase just comes from
In Iron Man,
zombies.
that's what he says. You get shrapnel in your heart, and then you die after a few days.
Well, what else? What else do we have on our list of topics?
It's just been.
If you had an intro song,
Right.
what would it be?
Just trying to think
Jared,
of my favorite
Mystery
music
Man, you want to take this one first?
intro song.
Gotta think about that one.
You know, like
And so, like every time
before
you
you-
walked into a room, it would play, or is it just playing all the time?
I don't know. I think just like
Ooh,
whenever you
walking
enter an
into a
event,
room would be good.
Let me pull up my Spotify and look. Through
I'd want like
Womp 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 womp. Give me one.
No.
Dude, womp
Just
womp would
any
be a
TikTok
sick
song.
wah wah
I'm
wah.
gonna take my
Yeah,
horse to the Old
yeah,
Town
Old Town Road. Dude, Lil
Man.
Nas. Someone
White-
tweeted a video of them with a miniature horse in the back of like a van, and they're like driving around with it. And then Lil Nas was like, "This is not what I meant." He's such a funny guy. He's so
Pretty funny.
weird.
I hope he makes
what a
another song soon.
gentleman. It's a shame that all those country people hate him.
Yeah, because
for the
they're just being
Wrangler, the
racist.
jeans.
Disgusting black
Yes.
creatures.
The
Like, they're
Wrangler
literally-
jeans.
They're like, you can't be in our top 50. And he's like, why not? They're like, it doesn't meet our morals. And it's like, have you listened to country songs? They're like, drink beer, fuck tractors.
Have you guys heard about
Like,
Exact lyrics.
the Wrangler jeans thing with Lil Nas?
No.
Wrangler came out with just a little jean line that has Wrangler on my booty on one of the back pockets, and then has Lil
Amazing.
Nas X, and there's so many tweets and stuff of just these racist people who are like,
I'm boycotting
yeah,
Wrangler
they're
jeans.
like it's a real shame to see Wrangler are the only jeans I wear.
What the fuck?
And he's-
Supporting
yeah,
this
and they were like,
hoodlum degenerate.
yeah, they're like, I'm not scared to stop supporting Wrangler, and it's like, what?
You are scared. Of
What
black
did he
people,
do
apparently.
wrong?
Disgusting.
They're just racist.
Is it because he said lean all in my bladder? Or like
don't
talked
think
about
so.
cheating on his baby?
No, I
because
think they're
there's
just
lots
racist.
of country songs about cheating on your wife or
with
sister.
your cousin?
Cheated on my cousin. You
Sweet
can go
home
and ask her.
Alabama.
Hey, that's a song.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
We should
That's
probably
a good song.
probably
It
be
is a good
careful
song.
about singing stuff because I've seen
It's like less than 5
Copyright.
seconds. Who cares?
Demonetization.
there's that
Like,
one
we're
dude
gonna
who
make-
You have
got,
to get monetized
there was
first.
that one dude who
Yeah, we
got
Yeah,
can
exactly.
monetize. We'll be okay.
Rolling in fat stacks for this
this one
podcast
dude
3 people are going to watch.
I'm
one
gonna
dude
go watch
got-
this and that's about it.
demonetized. All of his stuff got claimed because all 3,000 of his videos, because he used an intro song that he got
Yikes.
permission from the artist, but then some company somehow, I can't remember how they did it, they claimed all 3,000, and he has to
Yep.
go through them individually, all 3,000, be like,
Wasn't
nope, I have
It's such a
permission."
scummy system.
wasn't it
It's
a
a terrible
Universal? It's like Universal Music or something that owns
UMG,
a-
Universal Music Group.
that's the one that owns a lot of the music that people will use on YouTube,
Mhm.
and they will just copyright strike everyone. And how YouTube has it set up is you have to appeal to that company
Yeah.
to get
And
it
they get to decide
fixed,
whether
and they
it's-
get to decide whether it is or not.
It's stupid.
You know
So
what
it doesn't
would be
make
a
any sense.
great
So
business
ass
plan?
backwards.
Start buying royalty-free songs. Because is the royalty-free website in any position financially to be like, we decline your offer for $4 for this song? No,
Yeah.
they don't make any money. $4, I own the rights to this song. Anyone who uses it in the video, boom, millions of dollars. I'm a genius.
Yeah, but it's also buy a bunch of like what should exist is like a permit to use, like you pay like a flat fee like every year or whatever of like let's say it's like $3,000 a year. something like pretty large to use any music that you want within like reason, you know, like you can't just upload it and like get like money. Like yeah, obviously there'll be like some like system to avoid like abuse, maybe, but like you have the permission to use music from anywhere, and you won't get like striked for it, or you won't get sued for it. Like that's the way it should be done, because it's unfair to just like you don't get any options. It's like, oh, you accidentally like were in public when it was playing, bam, done. Go edit your video and like cut that part out. It's
Yeah.
stupid. Or take the loss.
Mm.
Some people don't even like, it's not even worth their time anymore.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the Pro Jared stuff? Just because I think it's really funny.
I don't even know what happened.
Yeah.
Like, I know
Oh,
he cheated
please
on
let me
his
explain
wife.
it to you.
Who's
I'm
Pro
not
Jared,
got it.
first of all? Is that a reviewer? Like a game-
Yeah, he was part of Normal Boots. I don't think
Not
he
me.
is anymore.
I don't know what Normal Boots is.
Yeah.
They were the people
Lost
who
me there.
used to be with JonTron. They used to be JonTron's
Oh.
dudes.
Hmm.
The Completionists, I think, used to be there. A couple of other dudes. Just like people who review video games. And Pro Jared. I'm not going to give you the objective facts because that's boring. I'm going to give you the best version of the story that I've heard, which is that Pro Jared used to have a bunch of like Tumblr blogs where it was like, hey, body positivity, but, you know, send me your nudes,
Oh.
body positivity.
Smart man.
Yeah,
Respect the hustle.
and a lot of them were underage.
Oh.
And
That's a
also,
smart man.
he then had a Snapchat specifically for the purposes of him sending nudes to fans. And apparently a lot of the nudes are available.
He's
You
not even
Google
like an
them, you'd probably be able to
attractive
find
dude.
him.
Look like a
Alright, hold
criminal.
on. Let's not pass judgment. He's goofy looking, yes.
Pro Jared.
But
He looks.
Oh god, he is so ugly. Oh my
okay, you
goodness.
guys are being a little mean. I mean, you're right.
Look at
You're
him.
being mean.
Here, look at the
It looks like he's part of the Trump.
Look at
family.
this dude.
look at what I put
He
in the Google
does.
Doc.
Yeah, I know.
He
I know,
looks
man.
like Trump Jr.
But so
He looks
Looks
like
like
real
he's
life Dobie.
he's been like a
Fire.
super relatable,
Dobby.
nice like YouTuber guy who reviewed video games. He married a cosplayer. She's a pretty
Every
good
gamer's
cosplayer.
dream.
She's a non-lewd cosplayer, so top tier.
Nah, disappointing.
No,
Okay,
that's
fair
a,
enough.
That's a gamer's dream.
And then out of nowhere, he blocked her on Twitter, and then immediately after blocking her on Twitter, announced their divorce over Twitter, so she couldn't see it.
Nice.
And then she, a couple hours later, was like, just found out that my husband, for like a year, has been cheating on another game reviewer chick named Commander Holly. If you want to Google her and be mean.
We will.
We'll do it, dude.
And so pretty much the only person who's handled the situation well is Pro Jared's wife. I can't remember her name, my apologies, but yeah. It's just great to watch unfold. He's I believe like percentage wise, obviously he didn't lose more subscribers than James Charles, but I think percentage wise he lost a bigger chunk than
His
James
Google
Charles did.
page still says he's married to Heidi.
Oof.
Yeah.
If you look at his subreddit, it's just full fucking riot mode.
Are they white knighting him, or are they?
No, they aren't. They
Oh, that's
just
surprising.
abandoned ship.
I gotta see this.
You know, if it was a girl, they would defend her actions.
So just the top post is titled "Thank You," and the first sentence is, "Ever since the news came up about Jared being a bitch."
God damn.
Oh,
I
this
mean-
is a post made by the mods.
It's better. It's better that he did something like this than something illegal, right? Like you'd rather have like a cheating
You hear the
scandal.
underage.
I don't know. I haven't heard that from anyone else besides whatever he got that from.
Also,
but-
side note: this mods tag is approved cum drinker. So
Boy, oh boy.
Retweet.
I'd love to be
Oh, the
called
girl he
that.
was cheating on with defended him?
Hold on. So some of the other mods tags are has good morals and has never cheated.
Wow, they just overthrew him.
Holy shit.
This Newsweek article is Commander Holly, who is the girl he cheated on with, defends pro Jared, claims his ex-wife abused him.
He's gone down that road.
Who's the YouTuber who talked about how his girlfriend abused him? He was like the first dude to talk about it on YouTube. Shit, what was his name?
I don't know, some cuck loser.
Yeah, dude, just nope.
Oh, you don't want to. All right, fine. That's too far. All right.
To
Hey,
Basherverse?
that's a little too
oh
far.
Oh my god.
Rip Bash. Dude,
I don't think we
he-
need to go into that.
Dude.
I don't actually know.
What's he doing these days?
I don't-
Look up his girlfriend.
Like, I
Her
haven't actually
ex-girlfriend?
deep dived. I don't know if Basher was in the wrong or not, but man, he collapsed in on himself. That
What
poor
happened
dude.
to Basherverse 2018?
His channel isn't a thing anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He blacked out his YouTube channel.
Yep,
Not only did
it's
it
deleted.
delete his profile picture and banner, but every single one of his videos.
I can't
are
even find it
private now.
anymore. Yeah, it's not even on YouTube anymore.
I've decided to be professional and mute my mic whenever I cough or burp, which I didn't do for like the first
Good plan.
20 minutes.
Wow.
I know.
Dude, Basherverse.
Oh, his
that's
name's
crazy.
Basher. His name's Basher because his name is Brandon Asher.
That's great.
Wow.
Nice.
Amazing.
I wonder what his
That's
girlfriend's
just
up
how
to.
I got my email.
His girlfriend is up to no good. His
Mhm.
ex-girlfriend.
She's a cam girl.
She is a
Hell
cam
yeah,
girl.
she is.
I don't think she's a good one.
Clara,
personally.
Clara, baby, legs.
Yeah.
Ugh, not a great tag, you know.
That's just what she's rolling.
It's terrible.
Oh, she's got her own drama alert.
Oh,
Very cool.
dude,
Huh.
Killer, Keemstar, he's a great dude. Everyone loves him still, right?
Mm.
Alex is
Remember
a.
when that was the
Oh,
biggest
that's naked.
YouTube drama?
That's naked. Oh, she cosplayed as Captain Marvel, dude. Women empowerment.
What was she doing dressed as Captain
Shout out to the
Marvel?
petition.
Masturbating furiously.
Yeah,
From
that's.
what I could tell.
Brie Larson being like, there needs to be more diverse women, and then the people started a petition to replace her with a gay black woman.
Black
or,
woman of
sorry,
color.
a gay woman of color,
Yeah,
not a gay black woman.
That shit was hilarious.
that's so funny to me. Like, how do you... Like, she should have just been like, yep, do it. Like,
This is
Go
what
ahead.
I asked for.
yeah.
Your
But
ambitions will be your
she
own
made the
demise.
statement. Her
Oh,
agent
my-
was like, that's not happening.
Yeah,
Because Hollywood is a
Brie
cesspit
Larson.
of garbage.
I hate Brie Larson.
Listen,
I
alright.
don't like Brie Larson.
To
at all.
play devil's advocate, I think all the videos demonizing her are stretching a little bit. Does she seem like she's overly cocky in real life, just like her character is way too cocky? A little bit.
Annoying.
All these Marvel actors, not to throw shade, all the Marvel actors just like start acting like their character in real life. Like Robert Downey Jr. did not
To be
act
fair,
like Tony Stark until he was Tony Stark.
well, that's because he was on heroin all
Yeah,
the time.
I mean, RDJ has been through a lot.
Wasn't he in Shaggy Dog with Tim Allen?
I have no idea.
He was in movies before he was in Iron Man.
I know,
Yes,
he was in
we
Fear and
know.
Loathing in Las
He was
Vegas.
in
And,
That was
like,
like
prison in
his
like
shit.
1999. He's been to jail a
Don't
bunch.
forget about Tropic Thunder.
Oh,
How did he get away
Classic.
with that?
Because
it
he's
was a
the world's
fantastic
greatest actor.
performance.
So
God,
like,
it was
hilarious.
I heard he got away with it because he was playing someone that was playing someone who was blackface. Like in the
Yeah.
movie, he is actor, and I was like that.
And
could
they
not
address it
fly
and make
now.
fun of it in the movie.
Or maybe
Like, there's
because,
no
they
way
snuck
they
it
could do
in.
that
They
now.
perfectly just.
or
they
maybe
got it in.
because back then you didn't have a bunch of these just cucks that have.
Are you
nothing
saying
to-
blackface is okay?
No.
Is that what you're
Just let
saying
me
right
finish.
now?
Let me finish. I feel like when that
I
movie
think you should
came
be able
out,
to watch your tongue.
it wasn't like a trend for
to
people
wear
who
blackface.
to people no to people who weren't like African American or ethnic to be so like to just heavily criticize anything that could be portrayed as racist. So back then, they probably showed that movie, and then people of African American descent are like, "That's pretty funny," and they're like, "Oh, okay." There weren't people like, "Hold on, I know African Americans who'd find that highly offensive."
I
I
feel
feel like
like
that just wasn't a trend back in the day,
But
but now
blackface
you
is
can't say
racist.
anything.
I keep
blackface
seeing.
is. We're not saying blackface isn't racist.
Actually,
We're saying that might be the most tasteful it can be done.
exactly. It was
Yes.
hilarious.
That might be true.
I stand by that performance.
A video keeps popping up in my recommended that's Jamie Foxx reacting to Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder, and I haven't watched it yet because, frankly, I'm worried his opinion's gonna be bad.
Dude, who's the guy from
Correct, but
from
bad.
Rush Hour?
Chris Tucker. Oh my
Chris
god.
Tucker is in the Old Town Road music video.
No, that's Chris Rock.
No, he's not.
Oh, never mind.
That's Chris Rock. Chris
You are.
Tucker.
Boogaloo boogala boo. That's all I remember from that. It was really funny.
Boogity boogity.
You know,
Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker.
They have the same first name.
Chris and Black. That's what you're going with.
Yeah.
They have the
That's
same
all he
first
saw.
name.
That's
why.
all Jonathan saw.
confuse-
He went, that's the guy from Grown Ups and Rush Hour.
Grown Ups. I don't know if I've ever seen the first Grown Ups movie.
Grown Ups 2 is my favorite movie of all time.
Dude, how can you guys sleep on Rob Schneider's performance in Grown Ups 1? The man can play anything.
I thought Grown Ups 1 was actually pretty fun.
The man
but then
can act.
again,
Which is the one where they shoot the arrows into the sky?
2.
That's one.
That's 1?
Well, they do it in both, I think. but-
Oh,
I thought it was
What
2.
did-
Confused.
No, because remember his foot gets.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
he has to cut off his foot.
Rob Schneider's equally as weird in real life.
I don't doubt it.
I've seen him in real life.
Everyone's freaking out because Jim Carrey drew a painting of...
Jim Carrey's
That-
dispatch.
Dude,
Insane.
Jim Carrey has lost his mind.
He drew a painting of that one lady who passed the abortion thing as, like, an aborted fetus. And everyone's like,
Let me
this
check
is
his Twitter
too
over.
graphic for
Hey,
politics.
Donnie.
But it was like
Well,
a
remember
pretty,
when he
it was
just
a pretty
drew like
accurate,
Trump's head? Like, I don't know. He's a weird
He's-
guy.
Undoubtedly lost
crazy.
his mind, but in the most eloquent way possible. Didn't he, like,
Art.
have a little spat at the Oscars or whatever it was? I just remember that one guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine was hosting something. The TV was muted, so I don't know what happened, but it looked like him and Jim Carrey were yelling at each other.
I
don't
think
know.
that did happen.
Sure.
There's the painting.
Seems like something that would happen.
There's the
Dude.
painting.
That guy also lost his. What is his name? Ron Coleman.
Where's the painting?
No,
I
that's
don't
the-
see the painting.
Ron Perlman.
Ron
it's all at the
Perlman.
bottom.
Whatever, Hellboy. You
Hey,
know.
Donald.
Ron
Hey,
Perlman.
Donnie.
Hey Donnie, I shit
Hey,
all over my
Donnie.
walls and I
Oh,
hate it.
wow.
What are you gonna do about it?
It's a pretty good painting.
Yeah, well, that chick is retarded. So, no offense.
Whoa,
Actually,
hey, we can't say that anymore.
That's a little too far.
Hey, we don't use
Hey,
that.
that's a little too
That's
far.
a little too far.
That.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. God, we're idiots.
Oh, I was talking to someone at work, and I was like, "Oh, this person is being an R word, right?" That's how I said it. And he was like, "What's that?" And I was like, "Oh, retarded. You're not supposed to say it." And he was like, "Oh, but you can say autist." And I was like, "I'm pretty sure that's worse." He's like, "I don't think so." It's like, really? You don't?
I
you don't think so?
Isn't but autism's like a medical term, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you don't call someone that's not autistic an
So is-
autist.
Fair enough.
So
yeah,
is
I guess
mental
either
No,
way.
retarded is an outdated term.
Yeah. Go back to 1980, old man.
You don't.
We
say
don't even know
mentally
your
retarded
age.
anymore.
What are you?
He's retarded.
He's an autist.
I mean, like, so I remember a few years ago, probably like 2016, like everyone was like, just stop saying like retarded, like it's bad, blah blah blah,
Dude.
and then like that movement kind of died down, and now it's like back to like mainstream
In middle
like,
school, don't you remember?
verbiage.
8th grade, it was spread the word to end the word.
Dude,
I
Yeah,
remember that.
that's
I remember
super worked.
Miss Ward. Miss Ward talked about that a bunch.
No
Yeah.
one said it ever again.
Shout out to Miss Ward.
until like recently,
She's big.
like then the gamer community picked it back up.
Dude, her
She,
husband, who writes books, signed the book he wrote for me and spelt my name wrong because I was too afraid to correct him when he asked me how to spell it.
Well, I was on a podcast and they spelled my name wrong twice.
That was funny.
Oh.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Other podcasts are available.
No,
No,
they aren't.
this is the only one.
Yeah.
The
I'm
only
just
one.
looking at Ron Perlman tweets still. I just
Are they funny? I feel like he got
feel
less.
funny. I
He's
took
crazy.
a dump at the lobby bathroom of Trump Tower this morning, and I did not flush it after I wiped my ass
Where's
by
this tweet?
squeegeeing it all over the edge of the sink countertops. How
I
do you
don't
like
think
them
he actually
skid
No,
marks?
no, he did not actually
There's no
say
way
that.
that's real.
I know.
I hope
Oh,
he's like
okay.
okay, good.
I thought that
Maybe
was
he's like
real.
self-aware and he's like,
I was like,
I'm
wow.
gonna do it.
You should be proud,
Jim
Ron.
Carrey is only following one person on Twitter, and it's his wife.
Understandable.
Interesting.
Respect.
Did you guys see Jim Carrey's documentary? I never saw the movie where Jim Carrey apparently portrayed that really famous comedian. Is it Andy Dwyer?
Oh,
think so.
Andy and Me is what
Yeah.
it's called, I think. Yeah.
No, Andy
On
Dwyer's the
Netflix.
guy from The Office.
I know what you're talking about, though. I think it's called
Yeah.
Andy and Me.
Yeah, and you watch that and you go, oh, this is the exact time
That he lost it.
Jim Carrey lost his mind.
Went absolutely insane.
Yeah, you're watching it, and it's like, we've lost him, folks.
Like, what? Like, was
I mean,
it just
have
the
you watched
election
The
that,
Mask?
like, made him lose his mind?
I think it's been
Like, was he
going.
just one of those, like, actors that,
I think
like,
he's
couldn't deal?
Crazy since the dawn of time.
And now
But he's
he
always
just
been
got-
really funny. He's always
just
had,
got
like,
so
a really
extra
good...
mad
He's
about
probably
it.
still super funny, he's just more crazy now.
Who's the chick that posted the picture of like Trump's head like on a platter?
Kathy
Oh.
Kathy
Griffin,
Griffin.
Yeah.
who
Ugh.
She got a lot of
You know,
backlash for that.
I don't think she's ever been funny. And
It's because she's a woman.
It's because she's a woman of red hair.
no.
Gingers are oppressed.
Okay, I'd just like to point out that I tried to Google
Gingers,
Kathy
that's what I
Griffin,
would
and
say.
I typed Griffin into the search bar.
Peter Griffin.
Shows up Lois and Peter.
Yeah.
Oh, I just
Uh,
put
Lois
Kathy
Griffin.
Smith.
Interesting.
Who was I looking for there?
She was in Shrek Forever After, though, so
She
Shout
was
out to
the
her. No idea.
fairy godmother.
Maybe, probably.
Let's see.
That was a good performance then. Damn.
Sounds about right.
Mhm.
need a hero.
Just to clarify, we're not subscribing to that, like, classic incel point of view where no women are funny.
She's a
just-
dancing witch.
I mean,
Kathy
name
Griffin's
name
not
a
funny.
funny woman.
Your mom. Sorry.
Yeah.
Notice how no one could name. no, let's move on.
We're not. No,
Let's move on.
that's not true. we're just
all
not able to
women
think of
are
it.
queens.
It's a fault all our own.
Oh, this chick, Kristen Schaal. She's funny. She's really
Never heard
funny.
of her.
She is the voice for the girl with the pink bunny ears in Bob's Burgers. And she's also in Last Man on Earth. She
This
is
show was weird.
very
That
funny.
show had so much promise
Last
until he
Man,
shaved
huh?
his beard.
Why isn't the last woman on Earth?
Well,
Because
here's
it
the
was
crazy
about
thing,
food.
Jacob,
The
is you
Last
find
Man
out
on
that he's
Earth.
not actually the last man
Yeah,
on
there's
Earth.
a ton
For a
of
whole
people.
2 episodes.
Like 40 more men show up.
What about the women?
But one guy's really
lot of women
wholesome,
show up.
So.
I don't know.
Who else is
I'm
funny?
pretty sure the entire comedy of that show
Betty White.
is a girl shows up who's not very attractive. The last man on Earth, seeing that she's probably the last woman on Earth, has to marry her.
Put a
But
baby
at
in
their
her.
marriage, a much hotter woman shows up. And so he's like, oh, thank God. And so his whole idea is like, get a smash with both of them. But then right as they're about to smash, a really fat dude shows up. And the ugly girl, goes, well, we were married first, so he gets the girl who just showed up. So the fat dude gets the hot girl, and the ugly girl goes with the main character.
And then a hot,
That's the entire joke. I'm
and then a
pretty sure.
hot dude shows up.
What?
And then
It
all the
keeps
hot...
going?
Yeah, and then a hot dude shows up and takes the ugly girl.
Why?
Okay, there
So
you go.
is it not like a survival show anymore? It's like who's banging who?
It's like Riverdale.
It's
It's like
stupid-
Total Drama Island.
Antonio Banderas.
Don't compare it to that amazing show.
It's like what? What'd you say?
Total Drama Island. That beautiful
What a
masterpiece.
classic.
Dear mom and dad, I'm doing fine.
Yeah, we know
you
that
guys
show.
are on my mind.
Who How many seasons that were there, and who won?
I only remember 3.
Well,
There was
And
like
then-
several renditions of it
Who
though.
won? Like
The fat guy. The first one was the
Yes,
fat
I
guy.
remember that.
And I knew he was
Oh,
gonna win
fantastic.
from the first episode. I
He
was
did
like, it's
seem
gonna
like
be
the
fat guy.
favorite.
His name
But
was,
then the second one they did where it was like Hollywood themed or whatever, I think it was the like goth dude against the nerdy girl, and the nerdy girl won.
Did the blonde chick with big bonkers ever win?
no,
Did
she
the
don't.
cartoon-
for all those little
There was
kids,
they made
rock hard
they-
boners.
yeah they made those characters like like their
Aggressive.
proportions weren't good, but like they were still like attractive to me
Like
for
what
some
are
reason.
what are like
her boob was,
children's
like-
cartoonists doing? Like, have you guys seen Danny Phantom's
There's a
mom?
reason they do what they do.
Dude,
Or
What, like,
Or
um,
Kim Possible.
all the cartoons
Bro,
like
Impossible
Dexter's
Fans.
modern
all look the same,
Yeah.
the new ones, yeah, they're all.
and
Why
it's
is John
really
Travolta
disappointing.
trending?
I don't know.
Hey Don,
Did he die?
Hey, Don.
Did we
No.
lose the
He's
voltage?
65.
Yeah,
He's 6'2".
and he looks like a leather couch.
Okay, I need
he's
you guys to
also a
Google.
Scientologist.
Right now, you need to Google Pedro Almodovar
Pedro
and just look at the
Almo.
first picture of him. Almodovar.
Who is this man?
He's a Spanish filmmaker, but
He
he looks
appears
like
to be a Ron Perlman impersonator.
he looks like the Frostmeister from Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
I'm Mr. I forgot the words.
Yeah,
White Christmas. I'm Mr.
I'm
Snow.
Mr. Snow. Oh God, Sylvester Stallone looks like someone beat him with a 2x4.
Not one Sylvester Stallone. Yeah.
I've never seen Rocky. I've never seen any of the Rocky movies.
Neither have I.
I've only
Well,
seen
I've seen-
partially of a
I've
few
seen 'em.
Rambos.
Over
the
the
majority of the first one.
Over the time of this podcast, I have been slowly putting images that have related to the topics, and by this point, it has flooded the screen.
Oh God.
It looks fantastic.
Who was the guy that we did our like ninth grade presentation on in Spanish about the dude? What
The
was it?
dude
El
who died from
Mysterio?
getting drop kicked or
Oh
whatever.
my god.
El Mysterio kicked him in the ribs and he just died.
Yeah, he fell, and it was all on
Dude.
camera, and he was like trying to wrestle him still, and the ref was like, "Wait, I think he's dead. Give it a second."
I
And he's like, "Oh yeah, he's dead."
I met Mysterio.
Oh,
He's
did he
short.
kill you?
He was at our career day in
career day.
middle
That's
school.
when I met him.
He's like
Dude,
5'6".
Dude, he's so
He's a
tiny.
small guy.
It was crazy. I met him.
He was
I
like
shook his
shorter than
hand.
us in middle school.
I shook his hand.
Was he wearing his mask?
He was.
I feel like he had to. Like, we'd be
Yeah.
like, who is
'cause
this
then he'd be
guy?
like, "Who the fuck is that?" Well,
Yeah,
short.
Pedro Aguayo Ramirez got kicked in the ribs and just
Yeah, just died
Cardiac.
on camera. It was
Everyone's like,
ridiculous.
"All right, yeah." Everyone's cheering at you.
They're like, "Yeah, I love this sport."
Booyaka, booyaka, 619. That's Rey Mysterio.
That's his signature move. Yeah,
Mhm.
619, because he's from San Diego.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
I would have thought he was
Stomping
from like,
hearts.
Mexico.
Why?
He's a
Imagine
Mexican
kicking
wrestler.
someone in the chest so hard.
Because he's a
their heart
luchador.
Why, dude?
just stops.
Luchador wrestling isn't popular in America for that exact reason. It's hella dangerous. There's no regulations.
Explain the classic Jack Black movie Nacho Libre then.
Nacho! Why did they pick him? He's white.
Dude, that movie's so good.
It's the greatest movie
Right,
ever
like,
made.
he's
Wow.
not. He's
Okay,
not
hold
Mexican
on.
at all.
I don't
Jack
know.
Black?
Does it matter?
Yeah,
It matters, but listen, we've got some very simple topics to
Dude,
cover.
Jack Black is 5'6".
Judas and Thomas. His
The
parents' names.
greatest movie series of all time, of course, Rush Hour. The greatest single movie, Jack.
Rush Hour 1. Oh.
No, the greatest single movie is Nacho Libre, and the greatest song ever made, Africa by Toto.
Those are some bold opinions.
Bold.
You
of
can
them
only
to say
if you accept one, you accept them all. It's a package deal.
I don't think I
I don't know
accept
about
any
that.
of them then.
No.
From a meme standpoint.
No, from a
sure.
legitimate standpoint.
There's this top story when I googled Jack Black was Psychonauts 2 E3 panel will feature Tim Schafer and Jack Black.
Amazing.
Why?
Because Psychonauts is a great game, and they're getting a great actor for it.
Side-scrolling MOBA.
Did I
lol.
ever play?
It's not a side-scrolling MOBA.
That's what Jason called it. I've never actually seen any gameplay.
Okay,
Jason
Jason's
called it
not
that.
here, but
He called it
Jason's an
that
idiot.
back in TF2 days.
Did any of you guys ever play, Brutal Legends on Xbox 360?
Of course.
I watched Jack Black play it.
Dude,
It was amazing.
what's a
I
game
also
about
watched
him?
Jack
Well, he
Black
voice
play it.
acts the dude. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What a fantastic game that was.
It's actually like a really poorly made game, but
I'm
it's
sure
a cool
it's terrible,
idea.
but holy crap! When,
Yeah.
when I played with my brother, it was so fun. Oh man, I miss those days.
I never had that chance
Yeah.
of playing like console. Like I played Duck Hunt with my dad until my mom yelled at him enough to get rid of it because it was too dangerous for me.
Well,
Or like
okay.
too violent for me to shoot a
Yeah.
gun.
Just a little boy
I
stuff.
now own a gun, so I guess it didn't work, Mom.
Who's laughing now, Ma?
Hey Ma,
Hey, Ma.
I just bought a gun. How does that make you feel?
Hey, Donnie.
I'm gonna take it duck
Little
hunting.
Donnie. Dude, Ben Stiller, what is he up to?
Dying.
Yeah.
Oh, he was on. I mean, this obviously probably isn't the most recent thing he did, but he was on an episode of that show where Bear Grylls takes celebrities into the wilderness.
I've never actually seen an episode of that.
Dude, it's so good.
Pretty fun.
It's
I want to do that
amazing.
one Netflix show where you like play with Bear Grylls.
It's pretty good.
We
It's
almost
not
killed
as
him.
it's not as like you can't actually kill him, but he'll be like, if this happened, I would have died. So you know,
And you're
you
like,
get
then die then.
you get the moral
You're like,
victory.
show me, idiot.
Yeah.
Prove to me.
I guess he surprised a fan on the subway. How can
Who
you
did?
like
Ben Stiller.
Yeah. It's like I'm such a big Ben Stiller
I'm such
fan.
a big Ben Stiller guy.
It's like,
I've
really-
watched Night at the Museum so many times.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, Owen Wilson. Jacob's best friends with Owen Wilson's, believe it or not.
Yeah, I actually know him quite well.
I don't know if
'Cause
this is. I
His
assume
mom's
this is a joke.
boss went
Wow.
surfing
Oh,
with
yeah.
him.
There you
I've
go.
heard
You got
this.
it right that time.
I was gonna say golfing,
Which
but I was
makes
like, no,
me
that's
probably
not
the
right.
most significant person on planet Earth.
Wow.
Just saying.
Wow.
I actually
Wow.
saw
Why
Guy
was-
Fieri in person. So.
Dude, he just got his own star on the
He
on the
did?
Hollywood Walk of
Really?
Fame.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what?
I thought he would
He
have.
deserves it.
It's
I mean,
now
a lot of-
He really doesn't.
Yeah,
He's not an
don't-
actor.
But he's great, dude.
He's a
He's
guy.
amazing.
Doesn't.
Does Alton Brown have a star? That's all I care about.
I don't know who that is.
Dude, the host of Good Eats, like the OG entertaining food show.
No, the OG entertaining food show was that one How It's Made, but instead of like stuff, it's candy. Had a bald dude as its host. That's all I
I'm
remember.
pretty sure Good Eats was before that.
No, you're wrong.
Incorrect.
I don't know what it's called. It's called like Sweet Tooth. Hey, Chris Rock. I left you in
Old Town Road.
Rush Hour.
show. Chris Tucker. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Yep. Yeah, they're not even similar.
All right. I feel like we've been doing this for a good amount of time.
Yeah, my
So,
jaw hurts.
I need to sleep soon. Got work at 10.
I
Boo.
have school at 8.
I'm ready to call it.
I have nothing.
I'm in summer.
I'm a dumber. Fuck you, Jared.
I
Is it
passed
Friday?
my
Yeah,
class.
you guys are NEETs right now, not in education, employment, or
I-
training.
I'm
We're still in
enrolled
education.
college.
Yeah, but you're not in it currently. Even
think
if it's
that's how that
summertime.
I'm taking an online
is.
course, man. Listen, I'm getting this anthropology degree.
What is like the least? What is it? What is the word?
Lucrative?
Jared, what's your major the most of?
Best.
No, dummy.
Oh my god.
What is that called? Like,
A
something
mechanical
with the
engineer, ladies and gentlemen. It's the, most best.
It's the most something.
Hey, I'm here to do Calc
degree.
3, not English.
Listen, man.
Wait, what? Chris Tucker was in The Fifth Element.
He was? I mean, of course he was.
He's a legend.
Yeah, he's been in every good movie.
Mm.
Yeah. Name a non-Rush Hour movie besides The Fifth Element that he was in.
Friday.
Don't Google him. Damn it, you bitch! You Googled him right now. That's
No,
the
I didn't.
second one.
It just beats me to Chris.
I just
Tucker.
know that one off the bat.
He was in Silver Linings Playbook. Did you know that?
Is he really?
No, but I did know he was in Money Talks because he's on the cover, and we have a
He was in
VHS.
Panther. Not Black Panther, just regular Panther.
What is Panther about?
It looks like it's about Malcolm X.
Or the Black Panthers, which I guess is synonymous. Anyway, I want this totally waste of time podcast to get to such a prestigious degree
It's not
that
a
we can
waste of
invite Chris Tucker on as a
Bro,
guest.
that's the
Chris
dream goal.
Chris Tucker, if you're listening right now,
Yes.
send us an email.
This is the goal.
Your head is much bigger than I remember it as a child.
Hold on, no, don't insult Chris Tucker.
No, just look at this Google picture. His head looks way big. I think it's the camera. It's not your fault. The dad's 10 pounds.
You're literally destroying
10
our
pounds to
chances.
the head.
We're gonna
Chris
get Chris
Tucker.
Tucker on this show.
If you, oh yeah, duh, he's the main villain in The Fifth Element. He's got blonde hair.
Oh my god, yeah, look at him.
He's the main dude, besides Bruce Willis or whoever that guy is.
Bruce Willis.
Chris Tucker, if you could get Jackie Chan in contact with us, thank you.
No, hold on.
All right.
Jackie Chan's great
This
and all,
is-
but I think Jackie Chan has put the bare minimum effort into to learning English that he has to. Another great actor.
That's
Can't wait for Rush
racist.
Hour 4. What do you mean?
Rush Hour 4.
I hope Rush Hour 4 comes
I'm
out.
gonna be real with you. I've seen the first one once, maybe.
Okay, well, come over and we'll watch all of them again. Chris Tucker, this is directed directly at you. All right, I promise if you come on the podcast, this nobody watching it podcast, we're not gonna only talk about Rush Hour unless you only want to talk about Rush
We'll
Hour.
talk about Friday.
Then we will.
We'll talk about The Fifth Element.
Silver
We'll talk about whatever you want.
Your other hobbies,
You're
such
Chris
as.
Tucker.
What do you do these days? We want to find out.
Let us
Be
know.
in contact with us. I'll email
We'd
you.
love
I'll
to hear
shoot you
more.
an email. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it.
Chris Tucker, you
Our
announced
people will get in
around
contact.
at the FRC robotics competition. Where was it, Jared?
That was in Houston.
That was in Houston. I was there for that, Chris Tucker. I was there, and
We
I was
made
so
eye
glad to hear your
contact
name.
in the crowd.
I sprinted down to where you were, but I didn't get there in time. I was so sad. All right.
Special guest coming soon.
Sorry for
Chris
confusing
Tucker.
with Chris Rock. I'm an ignorant person. So, Chris
That's
Tucker,
true.
see you
It's
next
the
time.
glasses.
Appreciate it. Special guest coming soon. Chris Tucker.
Anyone, really. We'll
TM.
accept any guest, but we want
TM.
Chris.
We're begging.
Mr.
for
Tucker.
Chris.
Rock
My bad.
or Tucker.
Can I call you Chris?
Any of the Chris's.
Any
Hemsworth,
any-
Evans.
Oh my boy. Oh.
I'd. Nah,
Not gonna
we're
take
above
favorites
them
here.
to have them on here.
I'm
Yeah,
picking
any-
favorites.
You know what? This is not the Chris podcast. None of us are named Chris, but we'd love to have
Yeah.
one on.
Fuck you, Chris Tucker.
Whoa!
Uh,
No!
I-
No!
Wait, I didn't.
Chris Tucker is the best one.
I'm sorry. We love you, Chris. We'll see you soon.
Yep.
All right, let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up.
Thank you for the 4 to 6 people who watched this, including us 4.
And my mom?
It's been a good
No,
pilot.
not my mom.
Expect
Has
another
it?
one to come out in
Eventually.
3 or 4
TM.
months.
I'll try to be present for the entire episode next time.
Yeah.
We'll find a Chris. We'll
find-
start low. We'll start with a small Chris.
small Chris. We'll work our way up.
And then we'll eventually work up to Chris T, also known as Christ.
That's true.
We'll have
Jesus himself
Christ
on the
will be-
podcast.
Believe
Exactly.
it or not,
Tune in next time.
he's coming back.
Special
This is
guest,
what everyone's
Jesus
been waiting
Christ,
for.
2018. Nope, 2019. It is not 2018 anymore. We'll get Jared a webcam eventually.
So we can
Bold
all
of
know what
you
he
to
looks like for the
assume.
first
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jared can actually afford $15 worth of equipment, but we're actually starting a
College debts.
Patreon right now. Link below. No. All right. That was
A little
it. That
early
was
for that.
fun. Appreciate it.
This has been a little too far.
Just a little too far.
A little bit.
Hopefully, tune in next time. Thank you so much. We're out of here.
Au revoir.
Yeet.